The movie opens up with our main character, a beautiful high school girl, Sienna, talking to her friends during recess. They talk about handsome boys in their class, and Sienna mentions that she finds every one of them charming. Right then, the narrator in the background tells us that Sienna is the most beautiful girl in the school and is very popular among the students. All of the male students want to date her, while the female students want to befriend her to increase their popularity. We also learn that Sienna is a bright student who always gets top grades. After a particularly challenging day of tests, Sienna and her friends engage in a lively discussion about the tough questions. Sienna's friend suggests that she doesn't need to put in much effort in her studies due to her beauty, implying that doors will open for her based on her looks alone. However, Sienna firmly believes in the value of hard work and dedication to achieve something significant in life. To their astonishment, a woman representing NM Entertainment Company approaches them. This woman talks to Sienna and directly asks her about her interest in acting and the arts. Excitedly, Sienna expresses her enthusiasm, and the woman informs her about a potential job opportunity within the company. She even provides her business card and suggests Sienna discuss the opportunity with her mother before making a decision. Bursting with excitement, Sienna rushes back to share this opportunity with her family. At home, Sienna talks to her mother and expresses her passion for singing. She begs her mother to contact the entertainment company and give the green light to pursue this path. The latter, who is a bit concerned about her daughter's career choice, decides to verify the company's legitimacy before making any decisions. The following day at school, Sienna's friends lightheartedly tease her and call her a celebrity. They tell her not to forget about them when she becomes famous. Sienna lovingly appreciates her friends' support. Next, Sienna heads to a meeting where her mother is in talks with the company representatives from NM Entertainment. However, upon entering the meeting, the company director kind of dismisses her and asks her to wait outside. He reassures Sienna's mother that they will take good care of her daughter and provide all the necessary services and accommodations, including admission to the prestigious University of Seoul. Eventually, Sienna's mother agrees, and our girl joins the company as an intern. In the next scene, the casting manager guides Sienna into a training room where she's introduced to everyone. As they step inside, Sienna's confidence takes a hit when she sees a group of exceptionally attractive interns, making her feel quite ordinary in comparison. It's the first time in her life that she doubts her own looks, and it prompts her to leave the room briefly. Soon after, the casting manager has a conversation with Sienna and explains that they can offer her an opportunity, but all other aspects of her journey must be self-initiated. At this moment, 3 other girls, Suhee, Yerim, and Yeonji, enter the room, and the manager introduces them as her future flatmates. The 4 girls quickly build a rapport and start practicing together. However, they need to vacate the room when the seniors arrive. The seniors are renowned and feared in the company. Upon entering the entertainment world, Sienna finds herself constantly engaged with the other girls and closely monitored by her manager. She struggles to balance her commitments, leading to exhaustion when she arrives at school. Gradually, her academic performance begins to decline. The company even reprimands her for being slightly overweight and requires her to adhere to a strict diet plan. One day, the company's dance trainer Bom notices that Sienna is struggling with the choreography. She then brings this concern to Suhee, the team leader. Suhee apologizes to the trainer and promises to provide Sienna with the necessary guidance. After Bom leaves, Suhee vents her frustration on the girls, urging them to focus on their dance steps. As the girls live together in the same dorm, their disagreements spill over into their living space, making it a tense environment. Suhee, being the senior and lead vocalist, is harsh with the other girls and frequently points out their mistakes. What was supposed to be a place of rest and camaraderie became a source of stress. In the next scene, Sienna finds herself in the school's office receiving counseling from her teacher regarding her declining grades. Here, she begins to notice that her friends are distancing themselves from her due to her poor attendance and diminishing popularity. Her classmates even question the teacher's favoritism towards her, despite her missing several classes, and demand equal treatment. A year later, the girls receive a golden opportunity to perform in front of the company's director. Fortunately, their team, Heart Candy, is chosen for the debut, and the director requests a separate meeting with Yeonji. The other 3 girls are overjoyed with the selection and decide to celebrate their success. Following this, Sienna's mother is in a meeting with a company representative where she's asked to invest money in the company for her daughter's career. The representative mentions that the funds from her and other relatives will be utilized for Sienna's future. However, Sienna's mother humbly explains that she lacks the necessary funds and her relatives are also unable to invest. She asks how much Yeonji's mother contributed, but is denied an answer from the representative, citing company policy. Soon, all 4 girls are offered contracts, officially transitioning from trainees to artists. They are scheduled for an interview shoot and instructed to prepare for it. While they're getting ready, Siana notices that the stylist is focused on Yeonji and her outfit, which is different from the others. When Siana approaches the stylist for assistance with her own dress, she is shooed away with the promise of being attended to in due time, leaving her disheartened. The girls then attend the program in strawberry-themed dresses and have an enjoyable time. However, when asked about the most impactful person in their group, the company's director steps in and dictates that it should be Yeonji. With no alternative, they play along and complete the show. After it concludes, Siana discusses the stylist's neglects with the other girls, but they act nonchalant, suggesting that the stylist might have been busy. Later that night back at their dorm, Yeonji receives a call from a variety show staff member asking if she's interested in joining their show. Overjoyed by the offer, Yeonji happily accepts it. As she's celebrating, Siana looks at herself in disappointment for her lack of success despite her hard work and long-term determination. After this job offer, Yeonji gains considerable clout within the company, while the other girls are instructed to intensify their practice. In the entertainment industry, making money takes precedent, earning admiration and respect. Consequently, the other girls are compelled to place Yeonji at the center during their performances because of her popularity and demand from the audience. When they attempt to voice their concerns about the positions, the manager emphasizes the importance of focusing on their performance rather than arguing over roles. The following day, as Yeonji rests in the dormitory after her shoot, the remaining 3 girls engage in a rigorous practice for their upcoming performance. They aspire to be as popular and as busy as Yeonji, but realize they are being treated with disdain by the company. During a conversation, Siana asked if they've reviewed the contract they signed, to which both respond in the negative. Siana asserts her belief that there's no future for them within the company and suggests they speak to the director about their concerns. Soo-hee adds that she feels marginalized by the company since more trainees were hired, diverting attention from them. Following this, the girls manage to persuade Yeonji to join their discussion with the company director. Reluctantly, she agrees, and they are summoned to the company's office to address the matter. Soo-hee raises the concern about receiving less screen time, despite being the group's lead singer, and Siana points out their desire for central performance positions. In response, the director attributes Yeonji's attention and position to her popularity and beauty within the group. He raises his voice when the girls express their wish to experience the same treatment and encourages them to work diligently to secure opportunities and earn money. Later that night, Siana goes live on her social media platform and initially attracts a decent number of viewers. However, her audience dwindles rapidly when Yeonji uploads a selfie, leaving our girl feeling disheartened and discouraged. Next, to show the company is doing its best to help the girls and uplift their careers, the manager arranges a talk show appearance, including only 3 girls, except Yeojin. Soon, the interviewer arrives, and the first question he asks is about Yeojin and her bubbly character. The girls are answering honestly, but the director intervenes and urges the interviewer to edit the question about Yeojin and clarifies that he's not allowed to talk about her. The scene then fast forwards a few years when Siana is talking to her friend from high school at a restaurant. The latter asks Siana about her life as an idol and her appearances on television, apart from their Heart Candy group. In reply, Siana mentions that she's trying out her solo career and is doing well in her life. She also speaks well about her group mates and tells her friend that they're very supportive. Eventually, her friend talks about Yeojin being the prominent one of their group and suggests Siana be as assertive as her. Right then, Siana gets a call from a group member asking her to return to the dormitory as soon as possible. Without wasting any time, she arrives and learns that Soo-hee has been caught up in a dating scandal. On the other hand, Yeojin is called to the director's office where she is asked what she wants to do with her career. The director suggests she leave the group and work with them. He also promises to provide her with enough work and money. When Yeojin asks about the other girls, the director replies that they need to find their own path and take their own careers forward. Hearing this, Yeojin also feels that she has to look after herself and agrees to disband the group. Next, Siana and Yerim are called in for a meeting where the director informs them that Yeojin wants to leave the group. He also reveals that Heart Candy has been disbanded. Enraged, Siana asks about what will happen to her and Yerim, but the director rudely says that they will have to figure it out on their own. He even makes threats and suggests they leave without issue. Devastated, Siana exits the meeting room, only to witness the casting manager introducing another young girl, replicating her experience from the beginning of the movie. In the last scene, Siana is in her own room trying to find a part-time job. She even thinks about starting a career on YouTube, but doesn't have enough subscribers. Our girl then calls Yerim, and the two talk about their options. Later that night, while browsing through television programs for inspiration, Siana stumbles across an interview featuring Yeojin. The interviewer extols Yeojin's beauty and acting prowess, and Yeojin expresses her gratitude to the director and staff for their support. During the interview, Yeojin reflects on the early stages of her career and her aspirations to explore various fields and really showcase her talent. The movie concludes with Siana taking it all in and realizing that the entertainment company consumed her youth, leaving her with a lack of career prospects and a seemingly uncertain future.